feature a new millennial that is changing the world one step at a time. Starting initiatives, entrepreneurship, nonprofit organizations, anything you can name it. So, our guest today is Bryant. So, before we get into our interview, I want him to tell us a little bit about himself personally before we get into some business. So, what do you like to do for fun?
I spend most of my fun time basketball, playing sports. I actually coach for a local park, so mentoring kids, reading, music. That's what I like to do.
Okay, so do you have a 9 to 5?
I have a 24/7 job. That's my job. Anytime I get a phone call, I'm on the clock.
Okay, so that leads us into entrepreneurship because since he's 24/7, that seems to be that he has his own business. So can you tell us a little bit about it? What made you start it? What's the name of it?
Currently, I'm the CEO of TechFresh. I actually started TechFresh, I want to say about a year ago. Me and a friend of mine, we came together and we basically combined both our businesses together, and we said, we're tired of working 9 to 5 jobs. We're tired of working for corporations where we're making $12, $13 an hour for an hour of our time, which we can make a lot more. We can do a lot more positive things for the time.
Okay, so TechFresh, first of all, where'd you get the name from? Because obviously it sounds like techie stuff. So it's computers, laptops,
Yeah.
I don't know, phones, I don't know. So what is it? What is it doing?
It's funny. It was a conversation between me and my homeboy Fresh. His name's Fresh. So we were sitting, we're talking on Facebook, and we were just thinking of names. And I was like, I'm a tech, and he does photography, and his name's Fresh. So I said, you know what? We could just call it TechFresh.
Very clever, very clever. So what would you say is more challenging when having a partner and running a business? Like, how do you guys figure out major decisions? Has anything come up? What is the challenges around that?
To be honest with you, there's a lot of challenges. The one thing you want to do is you want to go in business with somebody you trust and somebody you're compatible with.
Right.
Me and him have been friends before we started business years ago. I want to say probably 7-8 years ago. And we like the same things. We both have energy. We both have the drive to keep it going.
Okay. So I'm asking you to get personal. So what is the challenge that you have?
One of my challenges is, one of my recent challenges is pushing myself to do more.
Right.
I've kind of got the business where I wanted it, and I'm just comfortable.
Okay.
And I kind of started business because I was comfortable at a 9 to 5, and I don't want to be comfortable.
Right. So pushing yourself past the level of comfort is your challenge right now. So I am very solution oriented. So I'm wondering, what are the steps that you have been taking to solve that challenge of yours?
Biggest step I've taken recently, last week, we took on Port St. Lucie County. Right now we're operating in Broward, Dade, and Palm Beach, and now we're operating in Port St. Lucie. So my biggest challenge is taking more territory.
Okay. I like the way that sounds. Seems like the solution is right around the corner, if not already solved. So keep at it. Okay, so another question. What is the greatest accomplishment you feel like you've achieved thus far? And this is about TechFresh. What is the major TechFresh accomplishment?
Biggest accomplishment with TechFresh is getting it started. To be honest with you, just a lot of people I know who have the talent and they have the drive.
Right.
In their business, they haven't really got off the road, or they really haven't put their time into it.
Right.
So
getting it started.
Yeah.
Okay. So is there a particular quote you live by, or a saying that your mom always told you? What is something that constantly replays? And it could be something that you tell yourself. What is your motivation?
Two biggest things I live by. Jim Carrey said it. He said if you give yourself an option, you basically give yourself an option to fail. It's either you're gonna be successful at what you're doing, or that's it. You're not gonna say, okay, I have a fallback plan just in case.
Right.
You do fallback plans. It's gonna work.
Right.
Second thing, chase your dreams. I would say actually I believed it enough to tattoo it on my arm. So that's the biggest thing I live by.
Okay. So where do you see TechFresh going in the next couple of years, in the next 5 years?
My biggest goal is to be a name brand. I want to branch out not only with the tech side of it or photography or any of that. I want to kind of have a brand name. So when you hear TechFresh, you think of whatever we're offering. Whether it's computer services, TV services, if we're offering cakes, whatever we're selling at the time.
Company, the brand that people trust.
Exactly.
Okay. So, what motivates you to do this very rigorous, it seems stressful at times because you are servicing so many counties because you're trying to branch out and make your brand bigger than what it is. So, what would you say motivates you?
Biggest motivation is having something to leave for myself or for my future kids or whatever, and having something where I can say, look, my homeboy just lost his job. Okay, look, I got a job for you.
Okay.
So being able to help people that I know around me, or even people in the community I don't know, being able to provide jobs or provide opportunity for somebody.
Okay. Well, I really appreciate you for getting vulnerable with us and telling us your story. Is there anything that you want to leave the people with, the future entrepreneurs of the world?
One thing I would say is if you're listening to this right now, you're looking at this right now, you're thinking about starting your own business, stop watching, stop thinking about it. Just go out and do it.
Let's go out and do it. So you know the theme for Millennials on the Move is support. We need each other to make these groundbreaking moves and change the world one step at a time, but it does start with one. So like he said, if you are watching this, to get up and do something. All it takes is action. So thank you. That was Millennials on the Move with Brandon Bryant. So please stay tuned next Friday for our next Millennial. Okay. Great. I like when it's like that.
Hello world, this is Brandon Bryant, CEO of TechFresh. If you want to get in contact with us, we're at techfreshflorida@gmail.com. You can also visit us on the web at techfreshflorida.com. Yeah, and you can also reach us at 954-479-6498. You can text, email, call, whichever. We're open 24/7. Thank you.